Welcome back to the Vegan Test Kitchen, everyone. Tonight, we're going Indian with a little Thai kick. We're making some tamarind lentils, rutabaga puree with some cilantro, and curried tofu. I hope you're excited, because I am. As always, all the ingredients that you need are listed below. Let's get started. All right, we're getting busy tonight. We're making 3 different recipes. So the first thing we're gonna do is grab a extra firm block of tofu, because we're gonna make sure this is marinating while we do some other stuff. So rip this open, press it out as much as you want. All right, while our tofu is pressing, let's go ahead and mix our marinade up. So we're gonna need a quarter cup, yes, a quarter cup of curry powder. And to that, we're gonna mix in our 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of rice vinegar, and an optional 2 tablespoons of mirin. And don't forget your half cup of vegetable broth. Give this a good whisk. Smells good. All right, we're gonna take our tofu, after it's pressed as long as you wanna press it for, drain it, rinse it, and we're gonna cut it into 8 equal pieces. Now we wanna stick these in something because this is gonna marinate for 1 hour. So we're going to see if this fits in this. Otherwise, just grab a container that these all fit in. All right, now after 30 minutes, we're gonna flip these just to make sure everything's nice and coated. I'm gonna cover this up and stick it in the fridge. All right, now that our tofu is marinating, let's go ahead and start on our tamarind lentils. You're gonna need a cup of lentils. You're gonna wanna sort through these and rinse them off just to make sure there are no little rocks or, dirt in there. Grab a large onion, 3 garlic cloves, a 1/2 inch cube of ginger, and we're gonna dice and mince. All right, now in a heavy bottom medium pot, we're gonna heat up either 3 tablespoons of peanut oil or 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. And you want that on a medium heat. All right, once that's good and hot, we're gonna add our garlic and ginger. And we're gonna let this sizzle for about 30 seconds. And then we're gonna add our onion. And we're just gonna saute this until it gets translucent, about 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, now we're going to add our garam masala, our cumin seeds, and a generous pinch of cayenne pepper. All right, we're gonna stir this. Let it cook for about 30 seconds. We want those spices to become super fragrant. And they almost already are. All right, now we're gonna grab our lentils, throw those bad boys in there, along with our vegetable broth. All right, so we're gonna increase this heat to a high. All right, once this starts boiling, we're gonna partially cover it, put it down to a low to medium heat, and let it simmer for about 25 to 30 minutes. All right, just so happens to be the perfect time to take our tofu out of the fridge, flip it, let it marinate for another half an hour. All right, try not to break your tofu. Let's go ahead and set our oven to 400 degrees because we're gonna bake our tofu once that's done. Now, on to our rutabaga puree. If you're anything like me, you've never had rutabaga before, so this should be interesting. All right, you need 2.5 pounds, and this is way more than 2.5 pounds, but this was the closest weight that I could get. Just peel it and give it a good chop. Make sure you get all the wax off. Okay, grab another medium pot because we're gonna need to cook this rutabaga. All right, we're gonna fill this with water, stick a lid on it, bring it to a boil, then lower it and cook for 20 minutes. The time is right to bake our tofu. Grab a baking sheet, Nothing happened. And save the remaining marinade for another day. All right, we're gonna stick this in our oven for 20 minutes. All right, let's check our lentils. We want most of the liquid to be absorbed and the lentils to be nice and tender. We're almost there. All right, now we're gonna mix together our remaining ingredients for the lentils. We have our tomato paste, our maple syrup, half teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of tamarind concentrate. If you can't find this in the international aisle at the grocery store, then you're gonna have to go probably to an Indian grocery. That's where I had to get this. All right, we're gonna add this stirred mixture to the pot. All right, once it's good and mixed, we're gonna cook it for another 4 to 6 minutes. All right, time to flip our tofu. And we're gonna bake this for another 10 minutes. Fun fact, rutabaga is a root vegetable, and it's a cross between cabbage and turnips. It's also known by many other names across the world, such as yellow turnips or neeps. Rutabagas are considered the healthier alternative to potatoes, as they contain anti-cancer properties, boost your metabolism, prevent osteoporosis, and contain over half of your daily value of vitamin C. All right, it's time to drain our rutabaga. These lentils look to be done. So you just want to taste for salt, and then you can serve immediately. All right, so our rutabaga is draining and cooling off. So now we're gonna grab 2 cups of loosely packed cilantro. You want to give them a good chop too. Now, of course, if you're one of those people that hates cilantro, you don't have to do this. This is optional. This is a variation in the cookbook. However, they said this would go great with the tamarind lentils. All right, our tofu is almost done. We're just gonna put it on broil for 3 minutes. Before we transfer our rutabaga to the food processor, grab 2 tablespoons of lime juice and a 1/4 cup of coconut milk. Now you want the coconut milk from the can. You want the really rich, good stuff, not the non-dairy beverage. All right, our tofu looks delightful. Time to finish our rutabaga puree. We're gonna add our coconut milk, agave syrup, lime juice, salt, and your optional cilantro. And we're gonna puree this until smooth. All right, we are beautifully smooth. So I think we're ready to eat. Let's try it. All right, I'm gonna try these lentils first. These are pretty good. You can just barely pick up on the little spiciness from the cayenne. The tamarind gives it a little sweetness. All right, I'm gonna try this rutabaga puree. I'm curious to see what it would taste like without the cilantro, because obviously you can taste the cilantro. I like it. It's hard to put into words what the rutabaga tastes like. It doesn't have that really strong root vegetable taste that, other root vegetables have. It's more mild. Of course, this is really creamy. Coconut milk probably helps, It's pretty good. I was a little worried about that, I have to say. All right, let's try this tofu. It's curried tofu. It has that classic curry taste to it, slightly chewy. And I know I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I'm a sucker for any baked tofu. This really does have that curry taste, so if you want a little bit milder, maybe cut back on the curry. It has a slight bitterness to it, but I like it. All right, y'all. I really didn't know what I was getting into going into this, and I'm pleasantly surprised. It's actually a very good meal to put together. 3 different recipes. I say do it. And these are really good together. All right, y'all. I hope you liked what you saw today. Venture out, make this tomorrow night. If you liked what you saw, hit a thumbs up. I would love you for it. And make sure to comment and share and subscribe and all that good stuff. I will see you all next time. Alright, our tofu is done, but not quite.